What I always took to be Guruji's biggest dream was to spread Ashtanga yoga to as many people as possible. So whenever I came back to Mysore, he would say, how many students you have? How many students you? Every day your shala coming, how many students? And the bigger the number, the happier he was, you know. And when he taught a class of 200 people, he was very happy. Then suddenly, then there was a class of 500 people, he was very happy. And then the first time someone handed him an iPhone and he saw himself on the iPhone with a sea of people behind him, he was so happy. And his dream was really to take the message of Ashtanga yoga, I can see, to so many people. At some moment when Guruji was older, I think people really got the idea, now's my chance to meet him while he's alive. So at some moment there were like more than 400 students in Mysore once. And they were divided also between, some were studying separately with Saraswati, some were studying separately with Sharat, but I think there were at least 350 students in the main shala. And so Sharat, who was in charge of the registration, then said, registration is closed. It doesn't matter if you sent the letter, no more students. So if you spoke with Sharat, he would say, we're done. Like, go home, wait another month, come back next year, anything other than you take registration. Then if you saw Guruji, he would say, oh, yes, new student, you come 6 o'clock tomorrow, which was, first of all, the wrong time. Second of all, registration was closed. So it was really, if it was your luck to see Guruji, he would just never turn away a new student, and it's just excited. At this particular time, there was the shala was running, the main shala was running classes, I think, from like 4:30 until 9:30, 10 o'clock. Sharat had his own classes starting around 9, I think, or maybe 10, something like this. Then he would leave, and Guruji would stay until the end. And then when this batch of students was finished, he would go upstairs and take his lunch and do a puja, and then be driven over to the old shala and teach another group of students from like 10:30 to 12:30. And he was, 90 years old at the time. So it was that was really, what he really wanted. So I've personally taken that really to heart, because I feel like, even more than just Ashtanga yoga, I want to inspire people to do yoga. And it doesn't matter for me whether you practice with me or you practice with Sharat or you practice with, Dharma Mitra or Shiva Ray or any teacher who has been steeped in the lineage of yoga, that has understood the spiritual essence of the practice. So for me, I just want to be that inspiration to help the message of yoga reach as many people as possible, and to help people understand that this is not just a fitness routine, that this is something that can change the fabric of your being, that can change the course of your entire life if you really let it. And I think that now, what's very, very important for people who are in the Ashtanga yoga lineage to understand is that we don't need to be restrictive and say, well, it's Sharat or it's Tim Miller or it's Richard Freeman, or in other words, we don't need to be restrictive and say it's one person that carries the entire essence of the lineage. Because to be honest with you, I think it's the students who carry it. More than any one teacher, it's the students who carry it. Guruji always said that. He said, you are calling me Guruji. I am just a man teaching yoga. So it's the students who are really the torchbearers. Everyone who practices Ashtanga yoga, they are the next generation. They are the ones who will determine whether this sacred knowledge lives more than any one teacher, I think.